Folks, remember that $2.4 million hack on the Nemo Protocol in the SUI ecosystem? Earlier, everyone was bashing the hackers for being ruthless, but when you dig deeper, you'll realize this isn't about hackers breaking through defenses. It's the project team themselves who tore down the front door and handed over the keys. A rogue developer plus a bunch of sloppy moves basically handed users' money right into the hackers' pockets. Let's rewind to January 2025. Back then, there was a developer at Nemo Protocol who, relying on a bit of access he had, pulled off a total sneaky maneuver. He secretly added a new feature, used a smart contract version, 0xCF34, that hadn't been approved by the team, and even more absurdly bypassed the internal review process using a single signature address, 0xStaff-V5C. You think that's all? He also mixed this unreviewed code with previously audited fixed code, packaged it up, and sent it to the MoveBit audit team. The auditors got rice mixed with sand, incomplete information, and naturally couldn't spot the hidden risks. Just like that, a checkpoint that should have blocked dangers was rendered useless by his little trick. If the January move was planting a bomb, then the August move was pulling the fuse. By then, the team had already discovered a critical vulnerability, vulnerability C2, and this vulnerability was even copied from top protocols like Aave and Uniswap. But the developer in charge just thought this vulnerability isn't a big deal and didn't fix it in time. Let's talk about how ridiculous this vulnerability was. It was basically a pile of rookie mistakes. First, the flash loan function. It should have been set to internal private, only usable by the project's own team, but instead it was mistakenly set to public, letting anyone in the world call it freely. Then there was the pricing query function, get C amount in for exact payout. The name even has query in it, so it should have only read data without touching the contract, but in reality it could directly modify the contract's internal state. With these two vulnerabilities combined, hacking was like taking an open book test for the attackers. First, they used the public flash loan function to borrow some money, then used the state modifiable pricing function to manipulate prices, and then casually messed with lending, swapping, and minting tokens. Before you knew it, they drained the liquidity pool dry. The whole process was as easy as unlocking your own front door with a key, and just like that, $2.4 million was gone. Looking back now, this isn't a hacker attack at all. It's a tragedy caused by the project's chaotic internal management and the developer's lack of responsibility. If one developer can bypass reviews to secretly release code and brush off discovered vulnerabilities, a project like this would have crashed sooner or later, even if it hadn't been hacked this time. In the end, I still need to remind everyone, when investing in DeFi projects, don't just look at TVL and price gains. Check who did the audit report, whether the code is public, and if the team has a history of reckless moves. After all, what you think is a fortune-making opportunity might just be a leak pit, a trap for naive investors that someone dug long ago.